Do you feel as though your privacy has been compromised in America? Do you believe that people are watching you virtually everywhere you are? Someone's watching you. Some refer to that someone as Big Brother, government, corporations. Do you feel that way? Well, stop feeling that way, because it's true and you know it. We are being surveilled all of the time. 24/7. Yes, I said it. 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all year long. We're being watched. Who's being watched, teacher? The people. Why are we being watched, teacher? We're being watched so that the powers that be, you've heard that expression, the powers that be, they want to know your every move as much as they possibly can, so that they can control you, so that they know when to do the next thing. They have an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. Who is they? That 1%. They have an agenda. And that agenda is carried out by us to continue to enrich the powers that be. The powers that be are that 1% again. They make their money, they make their billions, I won't say millions, they make their billions and their trillions of dollars off of the public, off of the people. That's what they do. They don't work. We do the working. We are the sweat equity. True story. Every single day of our lives, we are pouring into the machine. We are. That's one of the reasons why retirement is so high. They don't want us to live to retirement for the most part. Just put that money back in the budget. How many of us are so healthy, or that healthy, that we will even see any meaningful years once we reach the retirement age? Forget about statistics. Who controls the media? They're going to tell us whatever statistics they want us to know or believe in. There once was a time you could work on a job and retire in 20 years. Nowadays, there are people doing 30 mandatory, 35 mandatory to get extra money, 40 years even on the job. I have a friend who was at the post office who just retired after about 51 years at the post office. It's not because he didn't have anything to do. Why not? He said, I'm in relatively good health and condition. Let's do it. But what about your later years? Don't you really want to enjoy your golden years, as it were? This is a mindset that they cause us to adopt and adapt to. That you have to work all of those decades of your life and then be broken down, not really happy, but you have a guaranteed check every month for the most part. Is it really worth it? What about building something? All of us who are working, do we have anything for our future? Honestly, for our future? That we've created of our own? Do we own any industries? Do we own any businesses? Do we really? Can we keep it in the family, as it were? So, getting back to the privacy thing. A cell phone. Do you honestly believe that no one's listening to you on your phone other than the person that you're talking to, that you deliberately call on the phone? Mom, children, friend, bill collector. Somebody's listening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Someone is listening to us all of the time. Have you ever experienced your phone sitting down, lying down on the table in your room? It will come on by itself. Have you ever experienced that? I have. Have you ever experienced it come on even when it was turned off? Have you? Someone's listening. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason they call it a smartphone. And it's not because it's just simply there to benefit you. it's there to benefit the people who created it too, and the people who are behind the creation of the phone. Is there a reason why we call your new electric meters in your home smart meters? You just had to tack that word smart on there too, right? Okay, we'll get back to that in a moment. Is there a reason they call it a smart TV or television? Smart. Why? Because you have internet access? Is there a reason we left analog and went digital? Push a button. You know, there was a time when you would have a service person from your utility company come to your house and physically turn your stuff on, your services on, or even off if they need to be turned off. But now it's done remotely from the office, from the street, several blocks away. Push a button, turn it off. Poof, you're in the dark, if they desire to do that. Same thing is true, of course, with your phone. Don't pay that bill, or even if they just simply want to turn your phone off, all they have to do is push a button from the main office. Your phone is off. Yes, your cable is off. And maybe even now your television is turned off, your smart television. Did you know that your smart devices in your home have something in common? They're all, first of all, called smart. Television, smart. Meter, smart. Cell phone, smartphone. And whatever else that you have is called smart. You have an Alexa unit in your house. Hey Alexa, turn the heat up. Hey Alexa, turn the lights off. What are those? Computers. Do you ever think Alexa is listening to you when you're not asking Alexa anything in particular? I mean, it could hear you at any given time. Alexa, you got Alexa's attention. Who's running Alexa? Why cannot Alexa just inadvertently pop on while you are doing your business in your home, going about your daily work or chores or what have you, having a conversation with your children, your significant other, or whomever? You talking on the phone. You think Alexa can't hear that? Hello. Smart, right? So now, has your identity, has your privacy been compromised? You do know that we're going to a cashless society, right? Next year, 2023, April, it is set to be the last month of the minting of the Lincoln cent or penny. 2023 will be the last penny in collector sets, right? But after that, there will be no more pennies once they have extracted them from the public, right? They say it costs too much to make. Eventually it's going to be the nickel. And I've noticed even in my own business that people are using the debit and credit cards as much as or more than cash. It's only a matter of time and not many years before cash is gone and everything is done digitally on a card, a chip. Guess what's contained in that chip and in that card? All of the information that they want to be on there about you. And just like those utilities, ladies and gentlemen, and those televisions and those cell phones, all they have to do is remotely push a button and turn your benefits off. All they have to do is have access to all of your information digitally. Yes, I said that. They've got your information, everything about you, like a thumbprint. It's all locked in. You couldn't do that with regular paper money, could you? So you could spend cash. No one would ever know where you spent it, how much you spent it. But once you swipe that card in your local retailer or grocery store, guess what? They know who you are, where you live, what you bought, how much you spent, and when you did it. All contained in just that one card and or chip. They can even tell how much money you have in your bank account on that chip. It's a computer system, right? It's this modern age that we're in today, right? High technology, advanced technology, whatever you want to call it. This is where we are. So, has your privacy been compromised? Most definitely. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you figuring out some way to navigate through this thing, this vicious web of identity theft, information theft? Is it really theft because we're really volunteering our information for some so-called privileges and benefits? You may not like what I'm saying, but it doesn't mean that what I'm saying is not true. Our world has changed. I wanted to say is changing. It's still changing, but it has changed to a great degree. It's not the place that we thought it was. The place of yesterday, yesteryear. It's not that way anymore. It has become worse. But there's a plan. The powers that be have that plan. And they have not made us completely aware of what that plan is until it's almost come to the point of fruition, when it's going to be too late for many of us. You need to wake up. You need to study. You need to study the world that you live in. I say this all the time. Study the world that you live in. Did you know that we're going to have a real food shortage in America and in the world in the very near future? Did you know that's going to happen? Did you know that we're going to have a major war in the world, and the United States is going to be involved in that war as well? It's coming, but will you be ready? So again, I'm asking you the question: has your privacy been compromised? And if you believe this, what are you doing to prepare yourself and your family for when it happens? Or are you going to wait and just react to it? Are you going to react to it? Just be a reactor, right? Or are you going to be proactive? You may have to be preemptive in your movements and move first on some things to avoid a catastrophe in your own life, or to at least minimize the potential danger of what's going to happen in the future. You may not like what I'm saying to you. I'm sorry. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I'm a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather as well. I'm a business owner. I'm a minister. I'm a martial artist. I'm a lot of things. But what I am not is stupid. And I do exercise at least minimally common sense. And if you're not exercising that and using critical thinking in your life from day to day, every single day, and seeing the writing on the wall, you're going to be out in the cold. Maybe even literally. I'm sorry. This may have not been the words that you wanted to hear, but it is what it is. I'm out.